does not resist the seemingly unpleasant events in thy life.
All right. Right now, you would agree with me that you're struggling, right? You are absolutely struggling in this situation and in your life. You're miserable. We wrote that over here somewhere, or we set it up there somewhere, didn't we, baby?
Yep.
Okay. And incidentally, honey, if you're watching the show, I'm going to hold up the Seven of Wands. Bridget is. Can you see the television? Okay, well, you see that man is holding a wand, and he is struggling. He is struggling with that wand. That's what's the name of these cards? Morgan Greer. This is one of the ones in Morgan Greer. And this man, even though he's got a good mind, or he wouldn't be surrounded by yellow, if you're an artist, and everybody, I believe, is an artist. Everybody. Nobody's exempt. But that yellow represents a clear and vivid mind. But he's struggling with one issue. And in your case, that's what you're saying. You're struggling with this issue of this man. Okay? And Bridget just read, struggling becomes no longer necessary when thou dost not resist the seemingly unpleasant events in thy life. Okay, now translated, Sarah, that means that what you're doing is you're getting up in the morning and you're automatically in the defense mode. So if anybody speaks to you, do you have children? Okay, you're ill. Okay. Unless you talk to him. Right. You are. Right. Well, what's happening is before you even get an opportunity to respond and react, wasn't that the word, Bridget? React? The secret is in the reaction. The secret is in non-resisting it. Instead of getting up in the morning and dreading the idea that he is or is not going to call you, don't resist that. Don't resist it. When it comes into your mind, here's what I want you to say. You know, I told Ben something to put on the bed, and the same thing I told you. Do this. When that comes in your mind, say, that's a thought. Okay? And then it'll flow out because you have not identified with it. You hear me? Okay, wait a minute. Let me go on. What's the next thing? Okay.
For nothing in reality is either pleasant or unpleasant, but for thy observation and reaction alone.
Okay. For nothing in reality is either pleasant or unpleasant, but for thy observation and reaction alone. Okay. So these things, everything is occurring in your mind, honey. In reality, those things that you set up to interact and have played out during the day, you are bringing them, dragging them with you. And so your whole day has been, what do we want to say, has been colored. But it's worse than that. It's not colored. It's been, it's worse than that. Because you're in an obsessive deal where you are lingering in yesterday. You don't know what today is because you filter this involvement through every minute of every hour. How could you possibly receive the benefit or detriment of the hour if it is colored by whether you're going to receive a phone call, a text message, or what else, or see him? I think you said, right? So you're not giving yourself the opportunity. You are continuously carrying around a negative, devastating way of life that pins you in so that you don't have to meet the unknown. Well, I just told Ben or William or John or all three of them that you're facing a door, and it's called Enter at Thy Own Risk, and it's the opportunity to kick it down. Oh, you want to? I heard that. Wait a minute, say that.
I want to kick it down. I want to go in that door.
Okay. Well, then that's exactly what you're going to do starting with tomorrow morning. Wait a minute. Let me see one more sentence, and then I'm going to turn you loose, baby. What is it? No, go there.
Oh, it is important that thou takes each and every day innocent in thy life for the good.
Okay. It is important that thou takes each and every incident that occurs in thy life for the good. So these things that he's not calling you, and he's not texting you, and you're not seeing him, you got to take that as good. Okay? You got to take that, honey. You've got to remove from your mind that memory that it's bad. and that he's in control of this. He's not in control of anything. Your mind is thinking those thoughts, but it's just a thought. It's not reality. When these things occur to you in the morning, when you wake up or before you go to bed tonight, and you say, well, he didn't call me today. Say, that's a thought, and let it go. And when it comes back again, say it again, sweetie. Until...
I'm glad that I got to speak with you. I've been trying to call, and it's been busy, so...
Well, I hope you keep watching, sweetie, and you're going to hear me. I say it at the end of the show every week that I want people to watch, but I don't care if they do, and that is to God's truth, because I'm going to tell you something. You're in the midst of learning that, honey. You're trying so much to please, and you're trying so much. You're putting so much of yourself. You're vesting yourself in a relationship that apparently appears not to be giving you back what you want. But the thing is, you haven't been willing yet to face that unknown part of yourself, because you think that you're lonely without him. That's what you think, right? Okay, but that's a memory, baby. You don't know what today is because you haven't faced a day without him in your mind. You don't know how lonely you are, and there's a far cry between loneliness and being lonely. You can be in a room full of 1,000 people and still be lonely. Remember, when those things come in your mind, that's a thought, and let it go. Don't identify. You hear me? Because you're trying to get to confronting yourself, that part of yourself that wants so desperately to cling on to yesterday and not face today. I love you, Sarah. Thank you so much for calling.
Very good ratings.
Oh, thanks. Thank you, darling. That's it. I love you. Bye. Wow, Bridget, we're just... What are you going to do? I'm going to answer the phone. What you going to do? Hello, and who am I talking to? And thank you for calling Cosmic Therapy, and I'm Paula Andrea, and who is this? David. Hi, David. I'm glad to talk to you. And what's your birthday, sweetie? Listen, these Pisces calling in tonight. Okay. 1985. Oh, you're young. I've got my youngest daughter. I have 6 children, and my youngest is 1986, so you're young. Let me see what we've got going on here. 8 and 5 is 13, 14. That's a 5. Oh, my goodness. We got a 55 going on and a 1 destiny. Do you know anything about that? Okay, well, I'm getting ready to tell you, but let me double check. 5 and 8 and 5 is 13, 14 is 5. Okay, you are a shaker and a mover. You are a shaker and a mover. You hear me? Okay, that means people are going to have to get up mighty early in the morning to ever fool you, because you know the deal before the deal is rolled out. In saying that, and I hate to use this word because it sounds like what I'm doing is psychic, but it's not what I do. I just use practical things. When they work for me, it works. If it don't work for me, I get rid of it. Okay? That's the way I look at it. So, anyway, you're a double 5. So you're all about experiencing, not interpreting, and not analyzing. Okay? You got that? All right. Not interpreting and not analyzing, David. Experience. That's the only teacher for you. Of course, if you read it in a book, that's okay. You're going to get something out of it, maybe two sentences. But I'm telling you, in your life, you're about experiencing. You're about traveling. You're about meeting new people and faces and cultures. You're an entertainer. I love that, honey. I love that. And I wish he's saying that he's traveling with his buddy down from New York. I'm not going to turn loose this phone and put it up to the microphone like they want to, but because I enjoy talking to you intimately. But anyway, he's traveling with his buddy down here. Yes, you are. But you're an entertainer, honey. You're an entertainer. And most people think entertaining means that you have to play an instrument. Do you? Okay, well, a lot of times when I say that, they say, I don't play anything. See, an entertainer is to bring joy and enlightenment to people, but not to try to do it. You hear me? When you try to do it, it's phony. You got to be yourself. You got to be natural and convenient to yourself. So that's the slogan I want you to put over your bed. Be natural and convenient to yourself. Then you're not going to end up resenting people who try to, get you in places doing things that you don't want to do just because you're the nice guy. You hear me? Because you're really, really a partner kind of guy, and you go along with a lot of things, but at the end you blow, and you blow hard. You hear me? But you carry a whole lot, sweetie, and because you won't be natural and convenient to yourself, you end up resenting people and places and things because you didn't have the courage to say, no, I don't want to do it. You hear me? And you're a master builder, and you've got places to go, people to see, and things to do. And you are on your own time limit, and people can't keep up with you. That's why you get so frustrated. You hear me? Because you would like to accommodate, and you're a teacher, and you try to teach. But at the same time, don't throw yourself away. And there's one particular relationship that you've got to take David back. You hear me? You've got to take David back. Don't put that off, because you've got to. Because nobody can do David like you can do David. Oh. Okay. Well, I'm so glad that you called in, sweetie, and I appreciate it. And I'm going to get back. Wait a minute. Let me see what one line Bridget's got over here reading. Where are we at? So we can put that to it. Where's it at, sweetie? Where are we at?
Just read that. It's right here.
For good things happen to those who love themselves and love themselves truly, understanding themselves for the true perspective of who they are.
Who they are.
Okay? We're talking tonight about self-confrontation, David. We're talking about that every person, every place, everything, every piece of bread we put in our mouth is reflecting something within ourselves. There's not but one thing going on. That's it. Okay, so you take it up, baby, and take it out and take it in, because you got it and carry it on. I love you. Thank you for calling. Okay, bye-bye. Okay. Well, Bridget, where we at? Woo! Now we have seen, and we're going to see some more. We are going to see some more tonight. Hello, thank you for calling Cosmic Therapy and URTV, and I'm Paula Andrea Pyle, and who are you? You're Chris. Chris, and what does that... Okay, Chris, does that stand for Christopher? Okay, and tell me, Christopher, what a beautiful name, and there's a lot of poetry and a lot of sensuality in that name. I like that name. Okay, and give me your birthday. 26/1957. All right, let me do some work up on you. Just a minute. 5 and 7 is 12 is 13. We got to find. That's the truth. I think what that last David was saying, something so complimentary about you, Bridget, but thank you. He's saying you're gorgeous, and you are. Thank you so much. I think she might be my side person every week, because she's got a Leo moon, and she can do it. But, okay, let me see. 3, 8, and 13 is 4. 8 and 4 is 12, 15, so that's a 6. Okay, and born's 57. All right, we got a 6 going on here, and a 26. All right, so... Christopher, first of all, let me tell you something about your life, darling. In your particular life, it was ordained, it was destined, it was meaningful for you to be involved with cantankerous, conflicting, disseminating people. Okay? I mean, you had to. That was your deal. You were to be involved in a lot of arguments and things that were just tedious and nitpicking and quarrelsome and all kinds of, those things. I mean, it just was. Well, the thing is, you were a catalyst. You hear me? You were a catalyst in those involvements, and you were there as a glue to bring together aspects of different people, but you weren't going to be part of the union. Are you with me? Okay. You left your. Yeah. Right, but you didn't have a clue about your own. But right, because like I said, with you, honey, you've got a lot of vibrant energy. You always have, and you're a different kind of guy, and you run. This is an old cliche, but I've got to use it. You by a different drummer because you are so sensitive and so caring and so involved. But at the same time, when you get involved, you lose yourself completely and you become the other person. And there's nothing worse and nothing more sickening than to have two Chris's in a relationship. You hear me? Okay, so what has been the problem is finding your own self-identity and not feeling guilty about it. Because you wanted to help so much. You wanted to foster people. You wanted to soothe them and fuel them and all that. Well, they ended up resenting you for it. You hear me? Okay. Oh, but that's the thing. What you're learning is, and with this show that you have, because everybody reflects yourself. But here's something I want you to put on your wall, okay? And then I'm going to have Bridget read to you. Here you go. I want you to know this, honey. And this one came from a book I read long time ago. The rest of the stuff I'm saying, I'm making it up. But this particular thing, I got it from a book long time ago. And it said this, and so put it on your wall. Why are you so angry with me? What favor have I done for you lately?